It is common knowledge, and we also come to appreciate, that everybody is entitled to his own fundamental freedoms and rights. Of course, as individuals, we enjoy several rights. We've come to also appreciate that when some of these rights and personal freedoms are substantially threatened in an adverse manner, there are schemes and processes that allows us to deal with that. This we have come to see that falls under the ambit of criminal law and criminal procedure. Sometimes, private rights of people too may be interfered with by other private persons. The scale of such interruptions may not be at a certain level that it may require the invocation of the criminal processes. For example, someone buys a product from somebody or arranges to do a business with another person. The person defaults in his part of the bargain. He doesn't supply the item or he doesn't bring the goods. These are private rights that have to be found or in which arrangements need to be made to resolve them. Much of the way the law operates in Ghana is such that the courts are therefore clothed with another special kind of jurisdiction or power that allows them to mediate these kind of challenges. This is what we call the civil jurisdiction of the courts. Civil jurisdiction therefore means that individuals who have had their private rights being interfered with in a manner that is not of a substantial or adverse gravity to warrant the invocation of the criminal processes will be allowed to deal with the matter by means of civil suits. So, under the civil jurisdiction, these persons can approach the courts with their claims, and these claims are investigated or looked into by the courts, and they are resolved. But how exactly are these civil processes conducted? In the laws of Ghana, we have a set of rules. These rules guide the way in which when people's private rights are brought before courts and they want it to be dealt with in a civil manner, the law arranges or allows for such processes to handle them. This is what we call the civil procedure in Ghana. The civil procedure rules will, for example, help us to understand how do we commence civil actions in court. What is a civil action? How do we commence it? We'll learn other points like what we mean by a writ of summons. What does it mean to issue a writ of summons? What do we mean by statement of claim? What will be the consequence of a good pleading? When matters travel also in the courts, a time arrives, a judgment day, where the trial judge renders a decision based on the evidence that has been put before him. When the judgment has been given, the party who now becomes a beneficiary of the judgment will seek to now take steps to enforce the judgment. In what ways can he specifically enforce the judgment? How can he make sure that the desires and his wishes, as has been concurred in by the trial judge, is dealt with? That will take us to understand the means at which judgments can be enforced. We'll learn about the writ of 5A, we'll learn about garnishee proceedings, and several other themes and interesting aspects under civil procedure. Once again, I welcome you in this exciting discussion of civil procedure in Ghana. Stay with me.